Hi, Miguel here, and I'm here to teach you how to write an outline for your speech. Now, you might be wondering what an outline is. It's not an essay, it's not a script. Think of it like a map with key points to get you from point A to point B in your speech. Alright, a speech outline is usually divided into a few key parts. An opening or an introduction with an attention getter, the body of the speech, and finally the conclusion or close with a memorable statement to go along with that. Each section is important and should tie in with one another to keep the speech concise and effective. It's also important to flow well from one to the other through the use of transitional phrases. Now, before we start writing the outline, it's important to understand the purpose or premise of the speech. Why are we giving this speech? To whom is it addressed? Once we understand the purpose, then we can begin with the outline. It's important to remember that the outline is a written version of your speech, not only for yourself, but for the audience to stay on track. Alright, first things first. What is our opening? How are we going to get the audience's attention? A truly powerful and attention-getting opening has to tie in with the premise. For example, if your speech is about saving money, a relatable story about saving enough earnings to buy a new car or a new phone could be an appropriate opening for your speech. It's also very important to introduce yourself after your attention getter. Once you've introduced yourself and explained the main points of your speech, it's time to move on to the body of the outline. Alright, the body of the speech is the main backbone of your speech. It includes a few key points and all the information necessary for your speech to be taken seriously. It is necessary to organize your speech. A simple format such as a few main points and a couple sub-points detailing each is sufficient. Now, depending on your speech, it might be wise to arrange your key points in either alphabetical or chronological order. Facts, statistics, and references are all found in the body of your speech and support the entirety of it. Make sure to include sources for your references and to cite them appropriately depending on the format that you are using. This is important to maintain your credibility as a speaker. A list of references is also needed at the end of your speech outline. It is also important to balance the amount of information you are giving while maintaining the audience's attention and interest. Once you've completed the body of the speech, it's time to move on to the conclusion. Now that we're at your conclusion, we want to keep it as concise and effective as possible, so it is wise to tie it in with the opening of your speech. The conclusion should offer a quick review of your speech, mentioning a couple key points, and should also include a memorable statement before thanking the audience. Once you're finished with your conclusion, it's probably a good idea to review your outline. Once you have a rough draft of your speech outline, it's a good idea to go over it and make sure it flows well from one section to the next and that it is concise and effective. After practicing your speech using your outline, you may have to go back and make a few changes. By now you should have a complete speech outline. To recap, you have an introduction with an attention getter, the body of your speech, and a conclusion with a memorable statement to leave an impression, a lasting impression on the audience. Okay, my name is Miguel. Thanks for watching and good luck on your speech.